In the shadows of relationships, a silent phenomenon lurks: ghosting. What drives someone to vanish without a trace? As we delve into this unsettling truth, it becomes clear that there's more beneath the surface than mere avoidance. Picture this: a person you once connected with suddenly disappears, leaving you with unanswered questions and a heavy heart. Why does this happen? Is it fear, insecurity, or something deeper? Jung believed that our unconscious mind plays a significant role in our actions, often revealing truths we're not ready to face. Ghosting isn't just a modern dating trend. It's a reflection of our inner struggles and unresolved conflicts. Consider this: when someone ghosts you, is it truly about you, or are they battling their own demons? The truth is, ghosting can reveal profound insights about human behavior and the complexities of our psyche. Each disappearance tells a story, a narrative woven with threads of fear and avoidance. Stay tuned, because understanding these hidden truths can transform the way we view relationships and ourselves. What might these revelations teach us about empathy, connection, and the human experience? Let's unravel the mystery together. Definition of ghosting. Ghosting is a term that has gained popularity in recent years, especially in the context of modern relationships. It refers to the act of suddenly cutting off all communication with someone without any explanation. This phenomenon can occur in various types of relationships, including friendships and romantic partnerships. Imagine chatting regularly with someone and suddenly they stop responding to your messages. You might wonder what went wrong, but the truth is, they simply vanished from your life without a word. This behavior can leave the person on the receiving end feeling confused and hurt. In romantic relationships, ghosting can be particularly painful. Couples often invest time and emotions into their connections, and when one party disappears, it can feel like a betrayal. Friendships can also suffer from ghosting, as one friend may decide to end the relationship without any closure. This lack of communication can create a sense of unresolved tension and lingering questions, making it hard for the affected person to move on. Ghosting has become a common way to end relationships in today's fast-paced world, where people may prefer to avoid difficult conversations. The rise of digital communication has made it easier for people to ghost others. With just a click, someone can stop responding to messages or unfollow a friend on social media. This method of ending a relationship can feel less confrontational, but it can also lack the respect that comes with honest communication. Ghosting has shifted the way we view relationships and how we handle their endings. Instead of having a conversation, many choose the silent treatment, leading to a growing trend of unresolved relationships. There are reasons for ghosting. There are several reasons why individuals may choose to ghost someone, instead of having a conversation about their feelings. One of the primary reasons is the fear of confrontation. Many people find it uncomfortable to face someone they are ending a relationship with, fearing a negative reaction or emotional distress. This fear can lead to avoidance, causing them to cut off communication rather than addressing the situation directly. Another significant factor is a lack of communication skills. Not everyone is equipped to handle difficult conversations, especially when it comes to relationships. Some individuals may not know how to express their feelings or articulate why they want to end a relationship. Instead of risking an awkward or painful exchange, they opt for the silent route, thinking it's simpler. This tendency can be further exacerbated by personal insecurities, where individuals may doubt their ability to handle such conversations effectively. Insecurities play a substantial role in ghosting behavior. For many, the idea of facing rejection or hurtful responses can be daunting. They may fear that their decision to end the relationship will not be understood, leading to feelings of inadequacy. As a result, the easier path seems to be ghosting, as it allows them to avoid the emotional turmoil associated with a breakup. This avoidance can be a defense mechanism, but it often leads to unresolved feelings for both parties involved. Sometimes, people ghost as a way to protect themselves from future pain. They may believe that by disappearing, they are saving themselves from potential heartbreak or conflict. However, this choice often backfires, leaving behind a trail of emotional distress for the person who has been ghosted. Understanding these underlying reasons can shed light on why ghosting has become a prevalent issue in modern relationships. Emotional impact of ghosting. The emotional impact of ghosting can be profound for those left behind. When someone is ghosted, they often experience feelings of rejection. This sudden silence can trigger a range of emotions, from sadness to anger, leaving the affected person questioning their worth. They might wonder what they did wrong, or if they were ever truly valued in the relationship, leading to a decline in self-esteem. Confusion is another common reaction. The abrupt end of communication leaves many wondering why the relationship ended without any warning. This uncertainty can cause a person to replay past interactions in their mind, searching for clues or signs that might explain the sudden change. It often leads to a cycle of overthinking, where the ghosted individual finds it challenging to move forward due to lingering questions and doubts. For some, the emotional aftermath of ghosting can result in a significant blow to their self-confidence. When someone they cared about disappears without explanation, it can create a narrative of unworthiness. Individuals might start to believe that they are somehow to blame for the end of the relationship, which can be detrimental to their mental health. These feelings of inadequacy can linger long after the ghosting incident, impacting future relationships. The psychological effects can also manifest in anxiety and trust issues. After being ghosted, individuals may find it difficult to open up to new people or form new connections. The fear of being hurt again can lead to hesitance in pursuing new relationships, creating a barrier that can be hard to break down. The emotional scars left by ghosting can hinder personal growth and the ability to build healthy relationships in the future. Ultimately, the impact of ghosting extends beyond the immediate feelings of rejection and confusion. It can lead to long-term emotional challenges that affect how individuals perceive themselves and their ability to connect with others. Understanding these effects is crucial for both those who ghost and those who experience it, as it highlights the importance of communication and empathy in relationships. Ghosting and digital culture. In today's world, where social media and messaging apps dominate our interactions, ghosting has become a common occurrence. The ease of online communication allows people to connect instantly, yet it also makes it easier to disconnect without explanation. This phenomenon has been normalized to the point that many individuals feel it's acceptable to simply stop responding, leaving the other person in the dark. The swipe of a finger can end a relationship, and often it does, without any closure for the person left behind. Social media platforms and dating apps have transformed the way we form relationships. With just a few taps, one can engage in a conversation, share moments, or even develop deep connections. However, when it comes to ending these relationships, the same platforms can create a barrier to honest communication. Ghosting flourishes in this digital landscape, where the anonymity of the internet allows individuals to avoid uncomfortable conversations. Instead of facing someone and discussing their feelings, many choose to disappear, leading to a culture where abrupt endings are the norm. Moreover, the instant gratification offered by digital communication can contribute to impulsive decisions. People may feel overwhelmed by their emotions and opt for the easiest route, ghosting, rather than confronting the situation. This behavior is often exacerbated by the fear of being vulnerable or the anxiety of facing rejection. The digital age, while providing numerous opportunities for connection, has also paved the way for disconnection in a way that was less prevalent in previous generations. As ghosting becomes more prevalent, it also influences how individuals perceive relationships. The expectation that one can simply vanish from someone's life without explanation can lead to a lack of accountability. This normalization can diminish the value of open and honest communication. People may begin to accept ghosting as a standard practice, which can create a cycle of misunderstanding and hurt feelings in future interactions. In essence, the digital culture surrounding ghosting highlights the need for better communication practices. While technology offers convenience, it often lacks the personal touch that face-to-face interactions provide. Understanding the impact of digital communication on relationships is crucial for fostering healthier connections in the future. Ghosting and human behavior. When we analyze ghosting through the lens of psychology, it reveals much about human behavior and relationships. Ghosting often stems from an individual's inability to cope with confrontation. Many people fear the emotional fallout of ending a relationship and choose to avoid it altogether. This avoidance reflects deeper insecurities and a lack of conflict resolution skills. Instead of addressing issues head-on, they opt for silence, which can lead to significant emotional harm for the person being ghosted. Furthermore, ghosting can represent a power dynamic in relationships. Those who ghost may feel a sense of control by choosing to disappear rather than engage in a dialogue. This behavior can manifest in various ways, such as dismissing the feelings of the other person or prioritizing one's comfort over another's emotional well-being. It creates a scenario where the ghoster holds the power, leaving the ghosted person feeling powerless and confused. This dynamic can also be linked to attachment styles. Individuals with avoidant attachment may be more prone to ghosting, as they often struggle with intimacy and fear closeness. They may find it easier to cut ties than to navigate the complexities of a relationship. This avoidance can perpetuate a cycle of unhealthy relationships, leading to further ghosting in their future interactions. On the flip side, those who experience ghosting may develop trust issues and fear of abandonment. The emotional toll can lead to reluctance in forming new connections. As a result, ghosting not only affects the immediate relationship, but can also have long-term consequences on an individual's overall approach to relationships. In summary, understanding ghosting through a psychological lens reveals the underlying behaviors and fears that drive this phenomenon. It underscores the importance of emotional intelligence and communication skills in fostering healthy relationships. By addressing these patterns, individuals can work towards breaking the cycle of ghosting and cultivating more meaningful connections. Alternatives to ghosting. While ghosting has become a common way to end relationships, there are healthier alternatives that promote respect and understanding. One effective strategy is to communicate openly about one's feelings. If someone feels that a relationship isn't working, expressing those thoughts can lead to a more constructive conversation. It allows both parties to understand each other's perspectives and potentially find closure, rather than leaving one person in confusion. Another approach is to set clear boundaries. If someone feels overwhelmed or needs space, it's important to communicate that to the other person. This can prevent misunderstandings and help both individuals navigate their feelings. By being upfront about needs and expectations, individuals can avoid the pitfalls of ghosting altogether and maintain a level of respect for each other. Practicing empathy is also crucial when considering how to end a relationship. Taking a moment to think about the other person's feelings can guide one's actions. Instead of disappearing, a simple message explaining the decision to part ways can go a long way in showing respect and compassion. It acknowledges the shared experiences and emotions that have been part of the relationship. Additionally, using I statements can facilitate more constructive communication. Phrasing concerns in terms of personal feelings rather than blaming the other person can reduce defensiveness and open the door for a more honest dialogue. For example, saying, "I feel like we're growing apart," rather than, "You never make time for me," can lead to a more productive conversation about the relationship. Ultimately, embracing these alternatives to ghosting can foster healthier interactions. By prioritizing clear communication and empathy, individuals can navigate the end of relationships with dignity and respect, reducing the emotional distress often associated with abrupt endings. The role of vulnerability. Vulnerability is a crucial aspect of any healthy relationship. It involves being open and honest about one's feelings, fears, and expectations. When people allow themselves to be vulnerable, they create a safe space for genuine connection. This openness can help both parties understand each other better, reducing the chances of miscommunication and misunderstandings that often lead to ghosting. By expressing their true emotions, individuals can foster a deeper bond, making it less likely for someone to suddenly cut off contact. Embracing vulnerability also encourages empathy and compassion in relationships. When one person shares their struggles or insecurities, it often invites the other to do the same. This mutual exchange strengthens the relationship and builds trust. Trust is a powerful antidote to ghosting. When people trust each other, they are less likely to abandon the relationship without explanation. By normalizing vulnerability, individuals can create healthier dynamics that discourage ghosting behavior. Moreover, being vulnerable doesn't mean exposing oneself to harm or manipulation. It's about sharing feelings in a safe environment. Individuals need to assess the relationship before opening up and ensure they are with someone who respects their emotions. Healthy relationships thrive on this balance of vulnerability and respect, making it easier for both parties to communicate their needs and concerns openly. This kind of environment reduces the likelihood of one person feeling the need to ghost. Vulnerability can also be a powerful tool for personal growth. When individuals confront their fears and insecurities, they often emerge stronger and more self-aware. This self-awareness can lead to better decision-making in relationships. People who understand their own emotions are less likely to resort to ghosting as a coping mechanism. Instead, they can articulate their feelings and choose to end relationships respectfully when necessary. Ultimately, fostering an environment where vulnerability is welcomed can significantly decrease the incidence of ghosting. When individuals prioritize honesty and openness, they pave the way for more meaningful connections. This shift in mindset can transform how people navigate their relationships, making ghosting a less appealing option. Ghosting across different age groups. Ghosting isn't a practice limited to a specific age group. It varies significantly across different generations. For younger individuals, especially those who grew up in the digital age, ghosting has become a commonplace way to end relationships. Many young people find it easier to simply cut off communication rather than face the discomfort of a conversation. This behavior has become normalized due to the accessibility of social media and dating apps, where disappearing from someone's life can feel impersonal and less confrontational. On the other hand, older generations may approach relationships differently. For many in their 30s and 40s, there's often a greater emphasis on communication and closure. They might feel more compelled to express their feelings and provide explanations, stemming from a desire for respect and closure. This difference in behavior highlights how social norms and experiences shape relationship dynamics across age groups, contributing to varied outcomes when it comes to ghosting. Interestingly, as people age, they tend to value emotional intelligence and communication more. Older individuals often recognize the importance of addressing issues directly, which can lead to healthier relationships and a reduced incidence of ghosting. This shift reflects a broader understanding of emotional health and the need for closure, suggesting that as people mature, their approach to relationships evolves in a way that discourages ghosting. However, the impact of ghosting can resonate across all ages. Regardless of generation, being ghosted can lead to feelings of confusion and rejection. Younger individuals may struggle with self-esteem issues as they navigate the complexities of modern dating, while older individuals might grapple with feelings of inadequacy or failure in their relationships. Understanding these generational differences can help foster more empathy towards one another and create spaces for open communication. Ultimately, recognizing how ghosting manifests differently across age groups can lead to more meaningful conversations about relationships. By acknowledging these differences, individuals of all ages can work toward fostering healthier communication patterns and reducing the prevalence of ghosting in their encounters. Overcoming ghosting. Dealing with the emotional fallout of ghosting can be challenging, but there are effective strategies to aid in the healing process. First and foremost, it's essential for individuals to acknowledge their feelings. Whether it's sadness, confusion, or anger, recognizing these emotions is the first step toward healing. Allowing oneself to feel and process these emotions can pave the way for recovery. Journaling or talking with trusted friends can provide an outlet for expressing these feelings, making the healing journey more manageable. Another helpful technique is to reframe the experience. While being ghosted can feel incredibly personal, it's crucial to remember that the other person's actions often reflect their issues, not yours. This perspective shift can help individuals detach their self-worth from the experience. Instead of internalizing the ghosting, recognizing it as a reflection of the other person's inability to communicate can foster resilience. This understanding helps to build self-esteem and reinforces the idea that being ghosted does not define one's value. Self-care is also a vital component of overcoming ghosting. Engaging in activities that bring joy and fulfillment can help individuals regain their sense of self. Whether it's pursuing hobbies, spending time with loved ones, or practicing mindfulness, self-care acts as a reminder that life continues beyond the hurt of ghosting. This focus on personal well-being can lead to a stronger sense of identity and help individuals move forward with confidence. Building future relationships also requires a proactive approach. Individuals should consider what they want in a relationship and communicate those needs clearly. Setting boundaries and discussing expectations early on can create a safer environment for both partners. By prioritizing open dialogue from the start, individuals can foster healthier relationships that are less likely to end in ghosting. Lastly, seeking professional support can be beneficial for those who find it challenging to cope with the impact of ghosting. Therapists can provide tools and strategies to process emotions and build healthier relationship patterns. With time and the right support, individuals can not only overcome the pain of being ghosted, but also emerge stronger and more equipped for future relationships. As we wrap up this exploration of ghosting through Jung's lens, let's take a moment to reflect. Ghosting isn't just about disappearing. It reveals deeper truths about our fears and connections. Have you ever considered how your own shadows influence your relationships? Jung believed that understanding these hidden aspects can lead to profound personal growth. Think about it. When someone ghosts you, what emotions surface? Anger, confusion, or perhaps a sense of relief? Each reaction is a window into your psyche, offering insights into your attachment styles and emotional triggers. By acknowledging these feelings, you empower yourself to break the cycle of disconnect. Now, let's turn the spotlight back to you. What if the next time you face ghosting, you see it not as rejection, but as an opportunity for self-reflection? How might that change your perspective on relationships? Remember, every interaction, even the painful ones, can teach us valuable lessons. As you move forward, embrace the idea that understanding your own depths can help you navigate the complexities of human connection more gracefully. So keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay curious about the hidden layers of yourself and others. What will you discover next?